Hey, what is going on, everybody? My name is Strix and I'm here for another Arc News video on my channel. Today we have a ton to talk about, so make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, share. You guys know what to do. Help me get up there. We just hit 11.2k. Let's keep that momentum going. We're going faster than I've ever grown before, and it's very much appreciated. Thanks to you guys. And make sure you guys also join my Discord if you're interested in that. That's where you guys can communicate with me on a regular basis. And you guys know what to do, so make sure you guys subscribe, share with anybody that may be interested. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get right into today's video. Gameplay you are seeing today is from last week on server 270. 99 and 60 gang ended up setting up a double fob on the server, and 99 actually ended up pulling two titans. First the forest, as you guys see in the gameplay right now, and then they pulled an ice titan up on the mountain by obsidian, I want to call it. If you guys know what that mountain is, some people call it, like, I guess it's across from volcano. You guys know the mountain. But they ended up pulling that as well, and then Muslim came over and ended up pulling a Desert Titan for Panic Gang, which resulted in a Desert Titan and Forest Titan warfare. And the Forest Titan ended up getting low enough to where the Giga, as you guys could see in the last clip, ended up taking out very, very easily. No really issue there. And then after that, Napalm ended up leading a push, allowing the fob to be wiped. And then after that, the entire squad, as you guys can see in the gameplay, went over to Obsidian Mountain, which was led by Napalm once again, and ended up wiping out the fob fairly quickly. No damage was actually done at the time, but they ended up pulling another Forest Titan and ended up wiping out the greenhouse. Unfortunately, it was a pretty good greenhouse. RIP greenhouse down in the comment section, guys. We got to give some support to the greenhouse, and Nova and them built it, so it was a very good greenhouse. That's a RIP to that, but you know, it's nothing that can't be rebuilt. But they ended up, since then, I guess, dropping a bunch of random titans here and there and not doing much damage, maybe destroying a cliff plat or two. But other than that, it's nothing that can be rebuilt within an hour or so. So no damage has been done to 270 other than the, I guess, greenhouse being wiped. So good job on 99's part for wiping out a greenhouse. Our next story here comes from server 1016, which is a Panic Gang server. K&D ended up getting wiped over there due to the fact that they weren't able to pull enough numbers. 99 flooded it very, very quickly, and it didn't allow PG enough time to be able to get numbers over there, and it didn't even last more than 12 hours. The base ended up getting wiped very quickly. There was 255 ping at times, but it seems to be an unaffiliated person actually DDoSing it. Both sides played fairly clean from what I could see, besides maybe a rollback. I don't know if it was 100% true that Panic Gang rolled it. I didn't see any proof of that, but I'm just guessing, just obviously due to the fact that their base was being pushed by UWS and their allies. So good job on UWS and their allies for pushing K&D off server 1016. Our next story here comes from server 48, which is the infamous Panic Gang server. It's been around forever, and Club P ended up getting a base wiped in the Spider Cave by Hoblink and his squad. Hoblink ended up setting up an operation, quote unquote, Neptune Spear, whatever that is. Hoblink, you're a weird dude, but I respect it. And he ended up going over there with his squad, and part of 99 ended up wiping a, I guess, apparently it's a 2-week-old base that was built in the Spider Cave, but either way, that's a 2-week-old base. That's a lot of time, and that ended up getting wiped out. But Club P still has a main base on that server. The main base was not actually wiped. It was just a side base per se. And the reason 99 went over there is because Funky, which is apparently a person, allegedly meshed an old Hyperion cliff plat on server 99 and got 2 towers dropped on 48 in retaliation. Still yet to hear from anybody in starting a mesh war, but from what I could see, it looks like it could be a mesh war sometime in the future. So we'll see. Make sure you guys subscribe to keep updated on that, and I will let you guys know before anybody else does. And our next story here comes from Panic Gang once again. Server 604, which is an Outlanders, which is sub-tribe in Panic Gang, obviously. They ended up getting wiped by 99 after about 4 days of constant DC and lag. Both sides played legit, but that's unfortunate that PG wasn't able to pull enough numbers over to 604 to defend that. But GG on 99, it was fair play on both sides from what I could see. There was 255 at times, but I believe that's just base lag because obviously Ragnarok, you guys know. But that's about it for that story. And our next story here, I figured I'd add it in. PC YouTubers attempting to start up a mega tribe on Xbox. trying to prove that Xbox is worse than PC even when the person is starting out from fresh and has no help at all. And they apparently had about 400 people. I don't know if that's still going on, but they did attempt to start one up. He has apparently 8K hours in Ark and thinks he's everything and basically has a big head over it, which I have 9K hours just by myself, and that's not even including my ult account, which I had to play on in the duration of John's tribe, which probably has another 2 to 3 months on it. So I have close to 10K or over 10K hours on Ark, and I don't know everything. I still learn shit every day, so 8K hours is really nothing, to be honest, especially on PC when everything's so smooth and fluent per se in the Mega Tribe situation. But that's about it for that story. I find it really funny, but just let him try, guys. Give him a chance. I don't know. And our next story here comes from 60 Gang. They ended up setting up a troll farm on server 70, which is an outlaw server, and ended up trying to pull 2 titans out of the ob. I don't know which titans they were, but I do know that it ended up being 2 titans after it was all over. Outlaws ended up pushing 99 off the server, but not after Outlaws likely were the people who DOSed the server when they were getting pushed heavily. The server looked to be 255 ping. It was, I mean, you can't really deny it. It was obviously Outlaws that were DDoSing the server. There wasn't really anything. They were threatening to log in and log out of the server, but 99 ended up getting pushed off either way. But that's really unfortunate that they got pushed off by someone unaffiliated once again, and it wasn't Badco this time. So I guess good job on Outlaw's part, and that's unfortunate that 99 was DOSed off the server basically. Our next one here comes from server 1020. Armageddon ended up hitting a Goon Squads, which is a, I guess, Panic Gang tribe if I'm not mistaken. They ended up hitting their allies' mesh base on server 1020. It was a small meat run. They ended up teleporting their tames out. Nothing really came out of that other than a small little meat run. But after that, Goon Squad and their allies ended up pulling a Desert Titan on Armageddon. Not much damage was done except for them clearing a little bit of spam. But that's about it for that story. Nothing really came out of it besides the meat run and just a little bit of spam being destroyed. As far as I could tell, that's what I was told by them. And our next one here comes from Outlaws. They ended up wiping a Mandingo's Panic Gang mesh base on server 1051. They apparently got over 150 grown tames, which is a lot of tames to be honest, but they ended up getting about that many tames. Outlaws did that, I guess, in retaliation for Mandingos coming over and trying to troll them, from what I was told, and nothing really came out of that other than just wiping their mesh base. Our next one here, PFG ended up going over to an Ono's underwater base, Ono's being a sub-tribe in Panic Gang, and wiping out their underwater base on server 628. The people that actually went over there, I guess it was a sub-tribe in PFG or part of PFG, not the entire thing. They ended up getting a lot of loot and a decent amount of cryo tames. Then PFG ended up coming back with the Desert Titan the next day, and it ended up wiping their underwater cave as well on that server. So that's unfortunate. Ono's looks like that they're taking heavy hits over on that server. I don't know if they're still built up there or were they fully wiped. If you guys know, let me know down in the comments below. And that's about it for that. And our next story here, 99 Problems went over to server 726, which is Pretty Boy Saucy's Ice Cave. I know Pretty Boy Saucy, I believe he was kicked out of Panic Gang. I don't know the entire story on that, but they ended up going to his ice cave and apparently meshing it. I don't know if it was for sure 99. I don't have any proof on whether it was or not, but they ended up getting a decent amount of damage done to them. That's really unfortunate that, I guess, either 99 or somebody trying to claim that they were 99 ended up meshing them. So if anybody has any proof or anything of that sort, I tried to get proof, but I didn't get anything. So I figured I'd just say it. I know it did happen, but I don't know if it was for sure 99 or not. So if you guys have any proof, or if you guys want to admit it, I guess, let me know. In our next story here, Swan from Bad Company ended up attempting a mesh on a Pearl Cave, which I don't have the server number of that legend mesh. He ended up going over there, and Swan ended up failing the mesh and trying to get out of the mesh, but Swan ended up getting chased down the beach, which, as you guys can see on the screen, he ended up resorting to watching Bob the Builders on YouTube because he ended up getting caught and caged for a little bit, but obviously he 255 the server until he was able to get out. So that's unfortunate that they attempted a mesh, but good job on them failing, I guess. And yeah. Story here comes from server 611. I talked about him briefly last week. Nothing really was going on then, but as of now, it's been about 15 or so days since the file was actually dropped. Most of the server, including Immortals 99, are wiped. Dieter 99 are wiped, and Pitfalls were forced to move off the server after constant pressure and basically getting, I guess, completely outnumbered in every scenario over there. But they ended up tearing down their day one cave after Panic Gang was pushing the front entrance of their base. 99 then flooded the server and set up a 40-man mesh fob, which, as you guys can see on the screen, they were all on the wall. Hobblink's already admitted to it, and I guess good job on Hobblink for admitting that you guys actually did mesh. I respect that a lot. And Panic Gang also did mesh the North Snow Cave, which is Pitfall's North Snow Cave after the fob was actually dropped. They did that today and ended up getting a pretty decent meat run. I guess fob is still going on, I don't know, but I know basically everybody's tired of defending and doing all that. That's why the server pop's pretty low. Everybody's basically saying whatever to it at this point. The server's basically wiped, but other than that, that is about it for that story. Our next story here comes from Wu-Tang. They ended up setting down a troll fob on server 759, which is a Panic Gang Goon Squad server. They ended up wiping them out very, very quickly. I don't know exactly what all happened over there, but I know there was a small meat run and Wu-Tang ended up wiping them. So that's unfortunate that Panic Gang got wiped over there. Good job on the clean PvP on both sides. Our last story here comes from Panic Gang once again. Osiris ended up meat running a mesh base owned by 99. They ended up leaving their TP on public, which resulted in 99 getting basically meat ran, and Osiris TP'd into the base and just went crazy with it. That's unfortunate. You got to leave your TPs off of public. That goes for both sides. I know everybody has mesh bases on both sides. There's nothing to hide about that. But that is about it for ARC News this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like I said, if you haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe, like, comment, share. And make sure you guys definitely subscribe. I'm gonna force that on you guys. You guys have to subscribe, because why not? You just watched, what, 14 minutes or so of the video. You guys have to subscribe. Make sure you guys do that. Make sure you guys also join my Discord. It'd be very much appreciated. Without further ado, my name is Strix, and adios.